All right, welcome back. Season 2 FACEIT LAN Finals. Milan, Italy, part of the Milan Games Week. I'm joined again, as always, the dynamic duo, Duncan, Tommy, Thorin, Lurpus, the beasts of analysis. And I gotta say, before we get into this, it has actually been awesome hanging out with you guys. I don't care about the hate or the love you get online. You guys are the best at what you do. You are some of the most knowledgeable guys of this scene, of this game, and of the history of the different versions.
You know, Scott, you've got a great sense for character, I believe. You know, you can kind of tell what a person's
that,
like.
Right? Yeah. So, that being said, let's get right into it. Quickly, we're going to recap what's already happened. So we're going to show you the group plate, kind of show you how we ended up with our 4 teams that are left. So as you can see, LDLC dominating Group A, Fnatic dominating Group B, and then Virtus.pro and iBUYPOWER come out of second place. So in standard format, number 1 plays number 2 of the other group. So that starts us off today with iBUYPOWER taking on LDLC. Again, rounds go away, all that kind of stuff goes away. We're playing a best of 3. Back to the basics. So we actually have the maps and everything, so let's go ahead and pull those up next. We have the vetoes, and again, different system. They basically just start vetoing, leaving us 3 maps. So as you can see, LDLC gets rid of Inferno, iBUYPOWER dumps Dust 2, leave it, no, we're backwards, sorry, the red. This is different than what he showed me. Okay, so you see, Mirage, Nuke, Overpass, Season go away, Inferno map 1, Dust 2 map 2, Decider map if we get there, all the way to Cash. Initial thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, iBUYPOWER's best 2 maps are Dust 2 and Inferno, so if they're going to win this, I think it's going to have to be in 2. All 3 maps are pretty good for iBUYPOWER, though. Even on Cash, I do think they have a realistic chance. So the way these teams prefer to play different maps, it actually works out well for them. Because against a different team, they would have been forced to play some maps they really don't feel comfortable playing on at all.
Duncan, I know you've done a lot of research on these top teams and their maps choices, how well they do. Walk us through kind of this scenario of these 3 maps.
Yeah. I mean, arriving at this point makes a lot of sense, okay, because iBUYPOWER, not particularly known as a Mirage team. They don't want to play Mirage, especially because actually a lot of people would put Mirage as potentially the best map for LDLC, actually. They're a very strong team on that, so that makes perfect sense. Nuke being banned by LDLC, I actually think they could be a good Nuke team, they just never play it. And because they've never played it with this lineup, you've got so many other maps you're strong on, that's just the default ban for them. So that was always going to go away. Overpass for iBUYPOWER, whoever plays Overpass in North America, it's not really happening for those teams, unfortunately. And then Season for LDLC is the same thing over in Europe. No one plays Season here. Hasn't really been in our seasons, in our tournaments. It's mainly an ESEA map, so those last maps there makes perfect sense. And then when you have the 2 maps that you're going to start with, I agree with Lurpus, actually. The best chance for iBUYPOWER is to start so strong they just win the first 2 maps outright. That's their best chance to win this series. If it goes to 3 maps, I'm going to heavily favor towards LDLC because they're really good on Inferno and Dust 2 as well. Well, Inferno particularly. But if it gets to Cash, I think LDLC is by far the favorite. So, believe it or not, if iBUYPOWER, let's say they're in miracle form today and they're going to play their absolute peak level that we've never seen before, these are the right opponents for them and the right map pools in terms of the matchups. Playing get maps like Inferno and Cash possibly. That could potentially put the storybook there where they could be amazing. It's not like they're playing their worst maps, but I don't think it'll happen.
I also think that it actually works out for iBUYPOWER that they're sort of warmed up. You know, they've been up on the stage for a while. LDLC is playing their first games of the day. You know, it really shouldn't affect them much, but sometimes people start out cold. We've seen lately in these different tournaments where with double elim, where another team gets to play a couple games before the grand final, such as how iBUYPOWER won CEVO a couple weeks ago over Cloud9. So let's say iBUYPOWER starts super hot. They win Inferno, and that's LDLC's best map, I would say, by far. At least out of these. So let's say they somehow win Inferno, all of a sudden Dust 2. iBUYPOWER is really good on Dust 2, as we saw in the Dignitas game, so then they really do have a chance. And another thing just to consider is even if these maps were in a different order, I feel like I would always give the edge to the more experienced than what would be considered the better team. So even in that scenario, it helps, I think, iBUYPOWER that their best chance are the first maps and not just not the third, because the longer it goes on, longer the series drags on, the more it's always going to favor the so-called better team, I think.
Gotcha. Now let's actually, we haven't done it this weekend, but let's go ahead and actually look at some roster stuff. We've made a graphic, got their rosters, their names, and then you guys can kind of walk through, you know, the keys of victory kind of thing, as well as like breakout players that really need to shine for these teams to win. See the first one they're going to bring us here. I'm really throwing Niels for the loop. I'm just calling stuff left and right.
Good save.
I would hate myself if I was the production guy right now.
Deservedly so.
Oh, it looks like we're going to... Players are actually ready. We're going to actually not do this right now. We don't want to delay these guys any longer. We got our casters ready, and this time I think, let me look, yeah, the birthday boy, Nothing, is going to join DDK. Take it away, DDK.
All right, well, yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Officially.
Yeah.
So what do you make of this map? We've
Well,
got Inferno coming up.
Well, iBUYPOWER's got a great CT side, so we'll see what side they start. T side could get tough for them. LDLC moves around a lot, so I'm looking to see what's going to happen.
So when I mean, I'm really curious having you on here. I mean, you've had so many like domestic matches against iBUYPOWER. I mean, you had that like really thrilling, match in Stevo against them and everything like that. I mean, how do you feel? Do you feel like iBUYPOWER are in better form than Cloud9 at the moment? What do you think enabled them to take it through this tournament so far?
Well, I think one change we've seen iBUYPOWER make in this tournament is trying to loosen up a little bit. I think DaZeD has realized that their team has a lot of skill and they need to utilize it and set some of the players free. AZK, Skadoodle, Swag, they need to get out in the open and get frags. So I think if they can get off to an early start, it's their key here. If they start on T side, they need at least 5 or 6 rounds. Otherwise, it's going to be tough.
How do you feel about their CT side as well? Are they a team that's going to get quite aggressive? We saw on their Dust 2 game against Dignitas, after they started getting some money together, they started getting some, just a very comfortable round lead, they started getting really aggressive, like almost to the point where it looked kind of over the top, but it was working.
Yeah, so we'll probably see that on Inferno, a lot of 4-stack A's, and leaving Skadoodle there. Hopefully they can't hear me on the stage. Leaving Skadoodle out on the B low, and that's how they lost to Fnatic yesterday, but when they're on point, that setups their bread and butter.
Excellent. I mean, today, I don't know what it was. They, against Dignitas, they clearly got off on the right side of the bed today. I don't know what it was. I mean, I think Red Eye put it down to having like 3 Weetabix or something. There was something special about they had a spring to their step today, iBUYPOWER. They're looking really good. And generally speaking, I'm gonna have to ask for a prediction here from you. I'm gonna have to force you.
For the first map?
Yeah, and they can hear you, I'm pretty sure, at this point. So
LDLC 16-13.
Oh, all right. So
I love
they're
my
going the close
Americans.
one.
Well, I think they just won the knife, so if they can get out to a strong CT side, they could do it. It's just going to be tough. LDLC's hot right now.
Yeah, definitely. They had amazing games. Is there something actually... okay, well, looks like we're going to go in games, so we're going to be jumping right into this. LDLC versus iBUYPOWER here at the FACEIT LAN. iBUYPOWER starting off on CT, certainly going to be nice. A nice feeling for them. And LDLC, definitely a team that is not foreign in any sense to very strong T starts.
iBUYPOWER going aggressive on the banana, it looks like.
And ready to try to take some control at the moment. Swag behind the sandbags there. As they are looking for that aggression, but so far it's yet to come. LDLC are slowly edging their way up, but they're taking a very cautionary approach at the moment. Just trying to win some control. Almost not necessarily afraid of Banana, but just, wow, SmithZz actually going to find himself a pick towards the top of Banana, but there are still 2 players there, as LDLC are going to be taking middle. There is AZK up on the balcony there. Nice setup actually, balcony on pit. They've left CTR largely open, and they have quite a quick rotation towards A. They're actually already coming up quickly on the flank. LDLC are spotting this now, and they're going to have to go. Already 2 frags, instantly just taking just all control of the site that they want. AZK in the pit, though, with 3 frags. Big stop here from AZK, giving Swag a chance in this one. 1 on 2, though, as he comes in. Denied.
Yeah. It's a smart play by LDLC, and then another smart play by iBUYPOWER there to pull up the flank. It's unfortunate that DaZeD went down that quick on the flank. Yeah, big eco round right here. I think it would be wise for iBUYPOWER to maybe try to go all out on one of these ecos, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're full buying here, with the exception of Skadoodle.
So what kind of damage are they looking for here?
Let's see. One banana. Taking that at risk over at A.
Oh, and they are actually stacked here to either side, so nice crossfire situation, but will the frags follow? Looks very good for iBUYPOWER. That's 4 in a row. Brilliant stuff there from iBUYPOWER. Weapons all over the ground, and just an ump there for Happy as he tries to salvage something from this round. The bomb precariously positioned inside the smoke, so he is going to have to turn his attention now to the flank, and he'll pick up the kill there on AZK, but still 3 players left alive and 5 health. This is surely not going to happen for Happy.
This looks like a round win for iBUYPOWER, and that's huge of them to get that second round. I think if LDLC went up 3-0, this would be a tough half. iBUYPOWER needs to get at least 10 this side if they want to win this match.
Certainly a very cost-effective round if they're able to actually... Oh, they do keep 3 players alive. Beautiful stuff from iBUYPOWER. Amazing to come back after a very, very shaky start, but this is going to certainly put LDLC to a very interesting situation.
LDLC is going to buy back, though. They want to take back some of that momentum. shox picks up a scout, which is kind of confusing to me because I don't really know what you do with that on Inferno, but maybe middle right here.
Let's get the tag on shox there. shox challenging Scout against AWP and still is alive, although tagged. As iBUYPOWER are actually falling back. They sense LDLC taking over apartments, and they're happy to sit far back. Seeing the standard setup is still very, very far down Banana. That's going to allow one player to rotate back, as Steel can actually get a lot of information from this position. Going to be a bit more safe now, moving back up towards the sandbags. And iBUYPOWER once again look very ready for this. LDLC are just taking their time, keeping the rotation option available. DaZeD going to pick up a kill on kioShiMa there. 1 man, 2 men advantage now. And Skadoodle does take down SmithZz as well, so this aggression from LDLC stopped before it can really get going.
Yeah, it's good defense right there to stay tight and not be too scared, because if they were able to get up and group up, LDLC that is, and maybe wrap the jungle, that could have been bad for iBUYPOWER, so it's good that they stopped them in their tracks.
So last-ditch attempt now for LDLC on this this very risky buy. Had to do some damage, yet to find it. Can they have a strong finish on the B site? They do get the entry kills. That's 2 from NBK. Big stuff there, as iBUYPOWER are hurriedly trying to get the retake going. Skadoodle in quite quickly with that AWP. They do have construction under control. Swag going to be the first man in. And shox rests at the back of the site. And there's the peek. He goes down immediately. Swag with the frag. Is happy now, and Paul goes down. That's going to be the defuse, but the bomb plant certainly a plus for LDLC.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they got that double entering, but very tough with low HP to hold that 2v3. So still a good plant. We'll see if they do the force buy. Look for a quick strat this round from LDLC. Try to catch iBUYPOWER off guard.
All right, 2-1 now the score, as iBUYPOWER starting to look a little bit better. LDLC, though, not going down without a fight, and even in the rounds that they're losing, they are getting some damage in, it seems. And we are going to see more SmithZz come into play. Only armor on Happy, so not a big investment for them so far. 3 men aggression. Skadoodle leading the front with the AWP, the double Molotov, so the deep banana smoke.
This is where they're going to leave Skadoodle, and they're gonna head back to A. You'll see with their 4 players. They do this versus us quite often.
Straight up CT
already
as well.
Spawn.
And LDLC aren't. Oh my goodness, they're just going to get DaZeD off guard. iBUYPOWER not quite knowing what's going on just yet. Slowly reacting and figuring it out. Good positions found by iBUYPOWER on the reaction. And they are now against 2. So very good response indeed.
Yeah, they got them locked in here.
Boxed in and nowhere to go. Very awkward situation here for LDLC. As Steel's going to find himself the one-on-one. Easily dispatches NBK. Next player there, he's got support. And there it is. Swag going to grab the frag. And we do have 3-1. So that was a bit surprising for iBUYPOWER, I think.
Yeah, it was a good recovery. I think we're going to see that set up a lot by iBUYPOWER, where they leave Skadoodle B. That's how, the 13-13 round yesterday for iBUYPOWER versus Fnatic, they actually lost that setup because Fnatic just chose to rush through the smoke B. So we'll see if LDLC decides to do some quick B takes on that op.
So another deep banana smoke. A lot of aggression from iBUYPOWER on banana. They want that control. Here comes the counter boost over the smoke on that plant pop. SmithZz unable to find anything though. I think players are very, very good at looking for that spot now. And LDLC are just trying to get a good feel of the map. And they're definitely giving a lot of respect to iBUYPOWER's aggression. And we are going to see the rotation there, leaving just Steel behind the car.
DaZeD already down to 21 HP though, and I actually didn't see how Skadoodle went down there, but that's a big frag for LDLC. I think if AZK and Swag can't do anything, this is going to be an easy round for LDLC.
And they are going to make the mid push, and actually they waited just the right amount of time, but iBUYPOWER still in with some good frags. They kind of caught out of position. That's a great push there from Happy, despite being flashed, picks up the kill on AZK, as they are going to just run to B. They want none of this, and are going to try to save those weapons.
Got to stay humble right now. They got to lead, and they want to keep it. So I think we're going to continue to see that B aggression from iBUYPOWER, but the key is how they can stop middle, because LDLC has a very good mid take. shox, they have a good mix of, when we played them, executions with full grenades, but also just showing up with sheer numbers and trading evenly. So iBUYPOWER's got to be ready for that truck side take like that pretty quick.
It seemed like really just, I don't know, perfect timing as well, because iBUYPOWER had that rotation of one man to get the 4-man defense on A, and they put in just after waiting just enough time, and iBUYPOWER are like, wait, actually we don't really know what's going on, let's kind of like push that guy back, and then they hit, and oh dear. Yeah, and
that time you're talking about is key, because that makes iBUYPOWER want to keep 2B and not be able to stack A. So, you know, that was good. That's why LDLC is potentially the best team in the world right now, is just that blend between quick and slow.
And they've got SmithZz on the AWP actually on the T side, and Skadoodle once again over at Banana. Straight up mids.
Yeah.
AZK boosted up on quad though. Not sure if he's been spotted just yet. I imagine he hasn't if he's still there, and you know, playing this so-so. Already getting the pick, in fact, and in goes the smoke. Try to stop any pushes throughout that balcony, or make it much more difficult at least. Prevent that the picks as well. AZK edging around the corner, just rounding that corner. But they aren't pushing. There's a frag onto NBK, DaZeD to find it. AZK is so ready for this. And it's like there's trouble in apartments here for LDLC. They are losing quite a bit of health.
They're going to head back B, it looks like. They're going to keep 1A. I would expect maybe that alt middle guy right there might lurk for a second, but yeah, he's going to go up mid and just try to make a little noise through a nade. They're going to hit B in the next 5 seconds.
Oh, Skadoodle, he can't really afford to miss a single shot in this position with the AWP. Perhaps not the best to be committed at the back of the site like this. They're going to go in. There's the smoke onto CT. He's going to miss the first shot. They're going to make themselves closer and closer onto his position, but that's going to be the frag by kioShiMa. And once again, iBUYPOWER left to save a couple of rifles.
Yeah. That first shot, that was it.
It's a very, very tough thing to be an AWPer sometimes.
Yeah, and see, again, you see LDLC just deciding to be very simple early on in the round. Just run up mid, make sure people are watching each side, and they go up for the quick pick. Get SmithZz there just holding one of the sides of middle and wait for someone to, you know, just to show them a shoulder even, and he's dead. Yep. So look for that to happen a couple more times this half from LDLC, but they're going to start controlling iBUYPOWER's money, and this is where it can be scary for iBUYPOWER if they don't make some smart decisions.
So what do you think about Skadoodle's positioning there? Because there is definitely like a lot of spots that he could have picked to kind of commit himself to the site. How did you feel about just sitting in the back instead of maybe coils or something else? Yeah,
he could have definitely been over there by the spindle and get a shot, maybe stay alive. But I think he easily could have got that first guy running in.
Yeah.
He kills that guy a lot of times, so I think he was just going more for the action spot. And if he got that first kill, maybe DaZeD would have rotated in time. So I think that's just a decision that you have to live with on the moment.
Well, we're going to see all the bank spent for iBUYPOWER now as they try to resist LDLC. SmithZz still with his AWP. Can be awkward sometimes on the T side of Inferno, but we're going to see LDLC once again grabbing control of apartments.
We're going to see the Dignitas strat here where they all jump out. First guy jumps truck side with a flash coming from middle.
It is the grandest of tests for AZK in pit. Gonna pass the first man. That's 3 frags there for iBUYPOWER. Finally, AZK goes down. It's a 2-on-1 now. Happy alone, down to 15 health, and gets finished off by DaZeD. Wonderful response there by iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, that was tough. It's a good setup by iBUYPOWER to be the ready big pit side. I think if LDLC threw even one flash over the pit, Probably would have helped him out a lot, but good round by iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, 4-3, that's just the round they needed. Look at their money, it's not really the best of times, and that's going to just keep them away from that eco, and LDLC going to have to start eating into their reserves. As we are going to see a little bit of play from LDLC. They kind of want to get themselves up and on a little bit. The Molotov is going to be a bit annoying. kioShiMa not able to push up immediately. Oh, a deep banana smoke. They're going to go for the push behind the flash. SmithZz there. Going to pick up the kill onto DaZeD. And LDLC successfully contesting control here, but there is still one player who hasn't crossed himself into the site. That smoke should allow him to retreat to safety, but LDLC win banana. Or, well, perhaps not. They didn't actually push car yet. And they are slowly pushing themselves back up towards 8.
That timing.
iBUYPOWER forced all the way back now. In goes the flash. Skadoodle, like, once again in a position where he cannot really afford to miss a shot. And Swag now put to the test. Over in pit, there's the spray. Only finds shox there. Has to switch to the pistol. Quick frags found here for iBUYPOWER as 2 players are left standing for LDLC. kioShiMa with a great double. Happy still alive as well. A 2-on-2 as that bomb goes down. Or in fact, kioShiMa now tries to help his friend out just before going back to planting duties. And
frag.
That went straight through the smoke. Skadoodle gonna find himself the frag, and now a 2-on-1 for iBUYPOWER. kioShiMa waits, he goes for the peek. Can he make the quick 1-on-1? That's so crucial. There it is, but Steel was too close. And kioShiMa will go down, and that's the defuse there. Another very close round won by iBUYPOWER as both teams are just getting completely obliterated on the economy.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Skadoodle. I'm surprised he got that pick through the smoke. Great awareness by him, though.
Definitely very key.
The money situation over here, LDLC is pretty low, but they are going to buy and try to take back that momentum and kill iBUYPOWER's economy if they win this round.
So still on the AWP, Skadoodle. And a lot of players up banana here. Very quick pace from LDLC with this mixed buy, just getting what they can. Oh, a great defense so far. 2 frags found, 3 without effort from iBUYPOWER. And LDLC just struggling to make themselves much of this. Happy will take down DaZeD with the CZ, but Steel is there to keep the avenue blocked. And there you go, the flank coming in. Good stuff there from iBUYPOWER. Very nice defense.
Yeah. That's tough to run up B on that iBUYPOWER defense. If you notice when Fnatic did it, they staggered a little bit yesterday, and then they went up, because normally Skadoodle gets out car, and then their players, the rifles, kind of slide back. So obviously LDLC doesn't know as much about iBUYPOWER as Fnatic did, but maybe that round will cause them to learn.
Yeah, that's the really tough thing. When you look at all the stats, you collect all the stats, it's like, oh, I remember we were looking at Dignitas and iBUYPOWER before. It's like, well, oh, okay, they've only played 2 maps against each other before. That's great. Not a lot of information for the European teams on the American teams. First-hand information, at least. Yeah.
So about to do a jungle split here. See if Skadoodle can't pick up a couple frags. He's in a good position.
Already 2 players denied entry, but still 3 players left alive with the CZ. It's very dangerous, looking for some damage. And Happy even investing in some armor. But there's DaZeD, goes for the quick double kill, and iBUYPOWER will clean up. Very, very well handled, and quite brave actually to go for the picks there from DaZeD.
Yeah.
But found a good timing.
But I like to see that little bit of confidence. I think for DaZeD, players like DaZeD, Steel, the more that they could bring some frags to the table, the more it's going to take some of the pressure off Skadoodle, Swag, and AZK, and that's where they flourish, because those guys, I think they have a lot of power, Swag, AZK, and Skadoodle, but the thing is when they get relied on too much, that's when iBUYPOWER starts slipping. But when they really spread the pressure across the board, they're a great team.
Oh, would you look at that duel there. SmithZz only getting tagged. But I like your point, though. I mean, it's quite a fine line between being too afraid and conservative and not being brave enough. You have to be brave, but if you're too brave, it's like a fine line to really walk.
But on a map like Inferno, establishing that dominance in middle is key. Otherwise, teams will walk all over you. So we'll see if they're able to hold down again here. They got 3 on each close middle right here. It's looking good for iBUYPOWER. SmithZz low. He's going to go down easily if they decide to fight.
Last time they had pistols, this time they are rocking the AKs, but iBUYPOWER still with the frags. 2 players left now, just one now, kioShiMa against 4 players. It's just, iBUYPOWER are doing exactly what we're talking about, it's locking down middle.
Yeah.
They just aren't going to give that up without a fight. I mean, Banana's being, you know, a bit contested up for grabs, but there is no question at the moment that LDLC are really having to work very hard to secure middle, and that's a brilliant result there for iBUYPOWER. LDLC really on the ropes now. I mean, their money is just terrible. They're racking up the bonus, consecutive round loss bonus, but still it's scary.
So this is a similar problem that my team runs into when we play iBUYPOWER is if you don't get those early picks mid or B, you have to have the patience. Otherwise, they're very good at playing together and getting the frags. They can outskill anyone in the world if you just run into them like that. So I think the key here for LDLC is to find out where the Opera is and then maybe either take a late B or a late wrap side at A, because going up porch too early is going to get them killed.
Let's see how they fare now, and we have a nice standard setup here from iBUYPOWER. In fact, they are getting actually a bit aggressive, I think, behind the smoke on Banana again. You can see the bomb is down upslope, and LDLC perhaps posturing to want to peek as that smoke does go away, but I think they do have the ability to re-smoke that. LDLC, they want to spread out to Banana, it seems like, but iBUYPOWER keep denying this. This is beautiful stuff here from iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, unless LDLC has some kind of magical flash through this smoke right here, they should be able to pick up a couple kills.
And he still has support as well. Oh, DaZeD with 3 frags, Swag with 1. Oh, that's a great result there for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah.
Oh, they were they just sitting behind the smoke like, guys, what do we do? I mean, should we not?
I kind of like the play of jumping through the smoke at the bottom of B because it can catch him off guard, but the problem is if you don't have a flash that blinds DaZeD there, you're pretty much going to have to, he's going to get a kill, maybe a second, and then you're going to have to trade on him, and while you're trading on him, the guy Carr is going to peek you, just as Steel didn't get that last frag, so it's tough.
I guess it's hard to read if there's like 1 or 2 guys there as well, because that deep Banana smoke, sometimes you can leave a guy there, maybe defensive, who knows.
So they're doing it again, iBUYPOWER, so we'll see if LDLC can push back the A players and pull one of those A rotators, because right now they got 3B, and LDLC wouldn't know if it was 1 or 2 or 3 at all, so hopefully they put a little pressure on A here for their sake.
And a much more defensive round now for iBUYPOWER, keeping it fresh constantly, just mixing it up. They do have the deep smoke, but this time just one player in a defensive position. As LDLC happy, he's looking for that pick. Looking towards Graveyard, still might just find himself to be challenged. Skadoodle going to take down Happy, and perhaps he served to be a bit of a lurker, just keeping that rotation delay.
But Steel.
It's a good smoke, and they're going to be committed to try to go through it. They know it's just Steel there. It's one man to find quickly. The flash was perfect there. Steel gets 2 from the flash. DaZeD in very quickly. They're in construction, and he's going to round the corner, find the frag on kioShiMa. The bomb gets dropped, but shox can barely have time to react. iBUYPOWER with another great round. And it almost seems like they have every read for every situation.
Yeah, well, that's the advantage to their setup is they stack sides and they use timing to deduce basic things. They push the LB, they leave mid smokes. They rotate back A, they leave B smoke. So you have to be able to read when it's time to take a risk to that smoke. And that's why LDLC made I think, a good play that round before, trying to go through that smoke at B. It's a good risk. Didn't work out that in their favor. And then right there, I don't know if you saw that flash steal through. That went into the oranges kind of luckily and blinded the guy entering. So great half by iBUYPOWER. This is exactly what they needed for this map.
Panic flash for the win. And their money's looking amazing right now. And at this point, it doesn't even matter. There's 2 rounds left to play. And iBUYPOWER could possibly take a 12-3 if they were to pick up this round. LDLC, they have 5 smokes and 5 flashes. That's a low amount of grenades for them.
Yeah.
It's just enough, I suppose, to work with, but to see what they're able to do. They want this middle again, but iBUYPOWER just consistently denying it. SmithZz in with a great frag onto Swag. kioShiMa finally gets the entry up, and they are going to be in a 2-on-2. Beautiful stuff there from LDLC.
Good play by DaZeD to get in the side here. They don't know.
And that's going to be a frag for him as a result. And shox is left to clutch, and he needs to clutch, but he can't. Skadoodle takes the kill, the AWP, and iBUYPOWER can do no wrong.
Yeah, I think LDLC just doesn't know them well enough, and iBUYPOWER has a great rhyme and rhythm. Every time we've played them, it takes us quite a bit of effort to get a good amount of T rounds versus iBUYPOWER, so it's not all surprising for me to see LDLC struggling with gaining momentum.
Skadoodle, aggressive challenge. What a flick there from him. kioShiMa going down at the start of the round. What do you do from this position? They've already lost a man. There's a minute and a half left. So iBUYPOWER still a presence on Banana.
Doesn't see him at car.
Oh, he can't find the frag, just so close. SmithZz just frantically trying to find it, but Steel takes all the time in the world for the peak, gets the kill. AZK now just taking down NBK, and they're getting just taken down one by one. It's not a good look right now for the French side, but I never expected to see this at the start of this best of 3.
Not at all, and this is a big play by Brax trying to close out this round with 12 rounds here, and it looks like they might have a good chance of doing that. Bombs down alternate middle. Happy's going to have a tough task ahead of him to win this. 5 HP now. That's going to be around 12-3 half for iBUYPOWER.
Definitely, that bomb is not retrievable. Wow, 12-3.
That's what they needed, and you know, LDLC could do the same to them, but they need that pistol round, so this is going to be a big pistol round to watch.
This means so much for iBUYPOWER as well. I mean,
yeah.
If they actually manage to even take LDLC down, or just have an incredibly strong fight against them, I feel like that's so redeeming for iBUYPOWER, because you know, they've had a lot of European events recently, but they've struggled to break into the top 4. And a bit shaky, perhaps not fulfilling how they feel their potential is, and never really got to maybe show their true skill.
Yeah, and it's good for them. They got DaZeD up next, which they're fairly good on as well.
Yeah.
And LDLC is good on, but I don't, you know, we could potentially see a 2-0 here from iBUYPOWER. So
I gotta say, it always seems like I've seen a lot of American matches on Dust 2. And it's always really good. It's always really, really good. Every time I watch NA play Dust 2, and it seems like a very comfortable place for any American team to find themselves. Like, it's just a map where, I don't know, it's just, there seems to be a bit of magic there sometimes.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of space to work with, and I think it makes us feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
We might be claustrophobic as a country. I don't know. So, we'll see how LDLC chooses this pretty standard setup so far.
Piss around.
Entry frag middle.
Now this is pretty important to say at least for LDLC. NBK is pretty lethal with the CZ actually. Always gets this in the pistols. And often we see him come out pretty huge with it, and the smokes will come in. Push as well. NBK doesn't get a single frag, just a bit of damage. That's not good enough. Happy is going to try to cycle around, but he's getting taken down low.
Skadoodle.
Skadoodle in construction. This is just madness right now. LDLC 3 against 3. Starting to recover, but Swag, good position. Not good enough though. LDLC able to root him out as they try to make their way through, but still a good response here. Oh, beautiful shot there from Steel. And another one. Steel, fantastic
Great
work.
round by Steel and Skadoodle there to make some plays. That was huge. Wow.
Amazing stuff. And
very unfortunate by NBK there, huh?
this feels like a 20-minute match at this point. This could just be over.
Yeah, I do not think LDLC was expecting this kind of fire to be lit under iBUYPOWER.
It seems we'll return to that. We do have LDLC with their famed early investment. Keep that pressure on the CZs, the Scout on shox. Let's see if they're able to make something of this. They're definitely a team that have the potential and more than enough capability to turn things around. SmithZz is going to go for a quick peek there onto second mid.
Wow.
Finds a lot of damage, but not the frag. It's just not coming easily for LDLC at the moment as he backs away. But still, that's a good trade.
Yeah, we'll see what LDLC does. I think if iBUYPOWER goes B, that's probably their best bet here. But it looks like they're going up middle. We'll see.
Oh, nice tag there from shox. He needs to do a lot more work though, as the grenades will come in. shox ready for this, doesn't get the next tag. There it is, that's 3 members low. That's a great Molotov there. That is going to force SmithZz out. He goes down, and shox still has to come up with something. Oh, misses another shot. Keeps getting more opportunities. There's another great shot. Finds the head of AZK. They keep challenging him. That's another tag. How much work does shox need to do? Well, Seems like it's more than enough. Just Swag left alive. Happy finds himself an AK, and Swag cannot make it work. Brilliant stuff there from LDLC.
Big round by LDLC right there. Yeah, I don't really know why iBUYPOWER forced the issue at A there. A wrap going up jungle is an enticing thing on eco rounds because you can kind of group up and, you know, trade kills easily right there. But once they saw that scout, I'm surprised they didn't just smoke him off and run up the porch side.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I'm not sure.
Still, a lot of teams are trying to find best responses to scouts, or maybe not identifying early enough the change to the strategy that they might need to employ.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't know what the scouter's doing, if he's by himself or if he's baiting into a trap. And I think that's what iBUYPOWER is probably assuming that he was just trying to scare him off. So they wanted to go that way, you know. They wanted to head strong through it and hope that he was the only one wrapped, and which was not the case.
And LDLC actually put 4 men on A at the moment, and iBUYPOWER with the AK and 4 pistols of their own, they're trying to get that damage in, and it's really well handled by LDLC to kind of allow the push to kind of come and force them back a little bit, not forcing the issue too much. kioShiMa finds himself steal, as LDLC are in a great position to close this one out. kioShiMa just with the peaks for the info as they try to work out what's going on. You can see that there could be a bit of a split from quad and arch at the moment. As iBUYPOWER are going to actually funnel themselves all through quad. In they go, shox over at pit. This should be a very nice execute there. That's 2 frags. There's 1 more player to find. AZK Famas in hand. He's got the bomb as well. 3 players surround him, and he's got no hope. And
great defense there by shox. That was a nice little flash, good timing, way to use the pillar to kind of stay alive and not to take too much damage. So we'll see, man. If LDLC can keep this rolling, I could see it getting to about 13-9 before iBUYPOWER has an answer. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, if they start finding that form, it's going to be scary. And are there any particularly scary iBUYPOWER strats? Oh, hold that thought. This looks quite scary. It's they're just charging in. It's like CS deathmatch at the moment. LDLC, they wanted a fast finish to this round.
Yeah, see, I think one thing LDLC does good is they try not to look at the scoreboard, so to speak. They're aware that they're down, and they're not going to play like they're down. They're going to play almost as if they're up.
Right,
They're going to try to get that vibe, so when the score is close, it puts them in the driver's seat.
That's a really good point there. It does definitely look that way, especially after plays like that. They are playing a little bit more standard at the moment, but they have a light push here on Banana. Molotovs do go down, staggering those in case anybody pushed through the smoke. And iBUYPOWER kind of forced... iBUYPOWER were doing this to LDLC previously, but the roles have been reversed. But can LDLC get as much out of it? And that's a great re-smoke there for Banana from SmithZz. And that's going to allow LDLC to leave just 1 man on Banana. They're ready to go now, I think, over at Apartments. Out Boiler into mid, but this setup is so strong. 4 players for LDLC. kioShiMa's so patient now. That smoke, they're just waiting for the smokes to go before they hit it. This is going to be really intense.
See, if iBUYPOWER can get up the wrap here and take out SmithZz, that would be their best bet. If they go up truck side, they are going to get run over.
Just waiting so patiently. A game of patience. There it is. There's a quick peek from SmithZz. It's a great little bit of information. He's going to rotate back around, actually, to a much safer position. That's leaving kioShiMa in pit. There's 1 in the site. It's 2 in pit, actually.
Great play by DaZeD. Let's see if he can get the site frag, but he's not looking.
And it's a 4-on-4. iBUYPOWER running out of health points, though. 3-on-3. Things looking very good now for LDLC as iBUYPOWER struggle to get in the site, struggle to get the bomb down. Swag going to go for a quick bomb plant in the corner. That's the least he can do. Yeah. He's going to get it, but at least three players killed there for LDLC.
Yeah,
but
that was a good decision by iBUYPOWER to take up the wrap there. They didn't sink it well enough to pinch that guy in the site. I think if they would have ignored Big Pit a little bit more and got in the site and frags, they might have had a little bit better job, but they died to that porch guy. Skadoodle, I think that was a bad death at truck, but we'll see if they can get one of these rounds back here.
Okay, so just so you guys know why there is, you can hear someone talking so loudly, there is a child missing in it, as they are trying to find said child. So it's for a good reason that is perhaps interrupting the stream slightly, but we're back into the match as we are 4-5, an early pick found by iBUYPOWER, and this is not something we've seen so often, and they got a lot of time left to work with after this pick.
Yeah, and I think their best bet would be go back and make a little noise B, make sure those two guys stay there.
So far, they're just sitting in middle. And
so the problem is if they don't do something soon, that one of those B guys you're seeing them right now is going to start coming to A, and it's going to be like they didn't have a man advantage from the get-go. So we'll see what iBUYPOWER does here to trade frags. Good pick by Steel.
Very good work indeed. That's going to put them in a 5-1-3. Going to hit the push now through the quad. There's Happy from Library. And shox now in pit. They got a nice positions, but the Iron Man down, but that's not going to matter. The crossfire coming into play. They don't know which way to look. Happy getting 3 frags there. Happy with a 4 kill already. Skadoodle now coming in from the side. The bomb is on the site. And there's 3 players to find. With that, AK gets 1. He's down to 12 though, and he's going to get taken out by NBK. Happy having just a massive round, and that's going to really throw iBUYPOWER off.
Yeah, iBUYPOWER, they had this 5 versus 3, but they got a little antsy there going up the truck side, and unfortunately, Happy and shox are not having any of that. So, wow, that was very unfortunate. That was a big round that iBUYPOWER could have taken, and LDLC really stole it from them.
Yeah, really nice timing for Happy to come up huge. And the SmithZz armor and, well, some PT50s as well. As a few grenades, just that one smoke for CT. As NBK going to just stand loud and proud in the center. They're very exposed. Is actually going to go down only after 1 frag. Happy for the repeat. Does take down 2. Great stuff there from Happy, holding it down. Definitely feeling himself after that 4 kill. As one has snuck around to construction. I don't know if Swag's actually gone by unnoticed. Looks like they have called it. And Swag just going to see if he can do some damage. Some extra damage would definitely be nice. Now going to toss in the nade. Here we go. Swag going to take 1 frag. There's DaZeD cycling around. They probably have no idea where he is, but they are checking every angle. They have enough men to cover every angle. It's all about the timings. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful shots there from DaZeD to take down shox. And that's all he's going to get, but at least they get a couple extra kills in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was foreseeing, this 13-9 score here, where iBUYPOWER's got to be able to make a decision a little bit quicker once they have that middle control. So if they keep sitting in brackets, LDLC is always going to rotate the numbers over to A. So we'll see if iBUYPOWER can run a little bit more of a spread here, maybe take some B control and force the numbers to stay honest at each bomb site.
And we get the aggressive banana take, but Skadoodle actually AWPing. They're going to catch him off instantly. That's the team frag. Happy taking down NBK.
A little too frag Happy.
Oh, I see what you did there. And they're going to keep pushing up.
Oh.
iBUYPOWER 4 versus 3. Happy really not really helping the situation at all with that. Little bit of a mistake there, to say the least. And
but again, iBUYPOWER getting a little antsy. If they hit B, that would just be, they have a 4 versus 3 and they don't take their time.
Great pick from shox. Just waiting back on the angle. Another repeat from shox. This is going to be disastrous. He might have just heard the nades go over. There it is. Just slightly too slow. But they can go for the rotation now. They do have a man in the pit. Oh, rather, sorry, kioShiMa on the balcony. Great position for a quick frag. In come iBUYPOWER though. kioShiMa finds himself a quick double. There's one more to be found. AZK so low. And his teammates are right there and with him. NBK,
yeah, stoked
absolutely
for a
elated.
good reason. Yeah, for a great reason, because again, iBUYPOWER had that advantage and ran into the numbers again. And it's very unfortunate that they're not able to get this out. iBUYPOWER is getting a lot of the picks. They're just, you know, they brought that scrappier playstyle into this LAN, but they need to be able to reset as well once they get those kills. So
I love the little wrist from shox there. I mean, being a man down and all, it was just beautifully done. Very smooth and confident. LDLC definitely feeling so much better now. Like you said, I think that really must have come into play, just the way that they approach this mental.
Definitely, iBUYPOWER needs to find a round here, because if they don't, I feel if they don't win one of the next couple rounds, 13-13, maybe even this round will determine the tie game.
And we are seeing a couple of Molotovs there highlighted by the observer. I think it's Cadian is still observing, so shout outs to Cadian for his excellent observing over the course of the event, and James, who has also been observing, but it's like they're slowly going to be getting ready for this. The smoke coming up to block off SmithZz's position for the angle at least. Just only able to really spam through, just blind guesswork for SmithZz. Not many counter grenades from LDLC just yet. There's still quite a few left over. In comes the play there from SmithZz. Does take down Steel as they make their way in. The numbers really thinned out. I mean, DaZeD barely alive. Swag goes down. Great stuff from kioShiMa. And now they're not even on the site just yet. They can't get out the balcony. This is a disaster for iBUYPOWER. A complete disaster. And LDLC clean up quite easily. That was a struggle.
I think they dropped a Molotov in Halls too as he died there, which was just made it impossible for AZK to get out and actually trade. So I would like to see iBUYPOWER do something quick on middle and get those frags and just push them back quick, because the second they go slow up middle, LDLC has 2 on the pit side every time, and even if they're positive numbers, it's a crossfire they're running into, and they're running into a very skilled crossfire at that.
Oh yeah,
so,
there's no doubt about that.
So let's see, maybe if iBUYPOWER can get up that wrap and push SmithZz back, they can make something happen. But right now, if they're not going to isolate any picks here, they're just going to keep running into odd numbers.
Yeah, I mean, LDLC with some really good pushes thus far. And really good defenses as well.
Middle's going to get smoked again. And see, this is where now is LDLC has the advantage, because now they're funneling the time. So iBUYPOWER is forced to wait now till about 45 seconds to do something. And now they're going to jump through this otherwise.
Oh, going straight in, no nonsense, push through the smoke. Skadoodle ready to get the refrag, but it's not going to come. SmithZz takes down 2, Happy ready to peek for his frag. That's the confidence they're running with. kioShiMa to back him up. AZK going to get taken out, and again, they're stuck in middle. They can't get onto the site. Swag going to open up quad side, but there is a man on the site. There it is, great flash there. And kioShiMa with another flash, just to delay Swag and buy himself NBK some time, and doesn't need NBK after all. kioShiMa takes the frag, and LDLC look fantastic at the moment. iBUYPOWER, what's going on?
Big round right there. Again, they're just running into exactly what LDLC wants. They jump through that smoke. Sometimes you have to respect the smoke. Maybe if the smoke was up jungle, they could jump through it. But that smoke middle there, it's so easy for LDLC to spot the fringe, and once they jump up and make that noise, they all just brought their attention to the wrap side. So it's going to be another force buy by iBUYPOWER, and it's going to be tough because, as you see, they have 2 smoke grenades. So I'm assuming they're going to do some kind of late B hit with those grenades. They're going to look to put some attention on middle, though. I think I'm actually wrong. They're going to jump through.
Jump through, they do.
I like this.
It's a good kill.
Don't run into the crossfire. Don't run into the
crossfire. The pace has been a bit blinding in this round so far. They're up much further this time. But kioShiMa still with a quick frag, and there's no answer for it. shox in this side. They're not going to look for the AWPer there. Oh, it does get the legs, but AZK finds the frag. In comes LDLC now on the retake. iBUYPOWER all bleeding out at this point. They were really low on the health. As Happy
were to throw an HE in sight. That could be a big one.
Oh, there it is. Is it going to connect? Oh, not quite enough damage. Happy into the site, though. Refrag coming in. It's frag for frag, but NBK going to turn it all around for LDLC. Skadoodle's left in the pit on 7 health and a P250 in his hand.
Big play by Skadoodle right there.
Oh, my God.
Huge round. Wow. And, you know, they got lucky right there. Excuse the noise in the background, ladies and gentlemen. This convention is popping off right now. But that was a big play by iBUYPOWER. And like I said, quick up middle, very little nades. They were forced to do that because they didn't have money. But in general, I think that's the key right now, is just very little nades and get the pressure put on them. They're pretty lucky shox didn't hit that shot, because that would have made the retake much easier. But that's the only chance they have right now. They're doing it at B. Let's see if they can make another trade.
Here they go, Happy in there on the Sam, committed, only gets a single kill, and the pace is going to continue. Very
tough.
High speed, but that Molotov will slow
Very
things
tough.
down. Oh, it's so tough. NBK with a triple.
Great play by NBK, and this is going to be a very impossible round for AZK.
14-13 is going right down to the wire. Is this the comeback music that we're hearing?
Yeah, we're going to see the halos form around NBK. That was a great play by him. I think iBUYPOWER is going to have to accept the 14-14 here as they just buy a couple flashes. Maybe they're looking to pop flash through the mid. That would be my guess here.
Fnatic used to be big fans of that one. Seen them do that
I'm sure they called it "Let's Fnatic mid."
Yeah,
I know our team says that all the time when we're low.
And just going to go up banana just to run into the grinder. And they do get a frag out of it. Happy goes down, but that's about it. They did try to go for the sneaky fake, actually.
Yeah, it was the B Fnatic, right?
The B Fnatic.
Yeah, that's what we.
I see how it works in America now.
Yeah, exactly, right. We end up coining these different plays. We have the snacks plays, the Fnatic plays.
But there's about 50 different Fnatic plays.
Yeah, there is.
All right, 14-14. This couldn't get closer now. As it's a scrappy buy again. Galil's P250, couple AKs, a severe lack of grenades. They have to move fast. NBK is ready. There is that
Another
incendiary.
Molotov going down.
Oh, he's going to go for it. The spray comes in, but that's nothing really found. Only one big chance here for iBUYPOWER as LDLC rotate in for the retake. Oh, Skadoodle with some construction control. This could be a key position to hold on to for iBUYPOWER. As
Big round
LDLC
for iBUYPOWER if they could pull this.
make their way in now.
Skadoodle's in a great position here if he's going to make an aggressive play soon, which I think he will.
So he's going to pick up one. That's going to be forcing Skadoodle to try to show himself, to try to apply some threat, but great crossfire, and they deny entry. Beautiful stuff there from iBUYPOWER. They will be able to take that 15-14 match point. Match point for iBUYPOWER.
Wow, and I think, honestly, I think the difference of LDLC winning that round was NBK's Molotov. I think he threw it a little too deep, a little shallower, and the way he was peeking, it would have took probably 30-40 extra damage off each person running in the site, which could have been the whole difference.
iBUYPOWER could actually do this now. Just one more round. Surely it can't be too difficult. They do have an aggressive play on Banana to begin with. In fact, still having 3 players there, and actually this could be really bad. iBUYPOWER moving very fast indeed. 2 out of the balcony. That's no problem for shox and kioShiMa. Again, the crossfires, very powerful, very potent stuff on the defense. LDLC just racking them up right now. One after another, and shox, beautiful stuff. LDLC again.
Was that a 5K by shox or a 3?
I'm not sure.
I know Kio got 1.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it was 4.
4.
I think it was 4.
Wow.
We can't see the number. It's far away. It's too far away. But you can see that iBUYPOWER really not looking quite happy with that result, and you can't blame them. I mean, what was that 12-3 opening?
Yeah.
Where did it all go wrong?
Like I said, iBUYPOWER's got so much skill, but iBUYPOWER's got so much skill, but LDLC has so many layers to their defense that it's really hard to read whether you need to go up mid. So, I might sound like Nostradamus here when I'm talking because I can see through the walls, but at the same time, it's not like we had an answer for LDLC either, because they're very good at moving their numbers around the map on their CT side, and I think iBUYPOWER was their best bet was when they just cut out a lot of the intricate grenades, and they got up and they got to the grimy trade rounds, and it was tough because a couple times when they did that, they still failed to trade at the end. So it's tough for a team versus a team that has shox and players like shox in the corner, and Happy was playing well, and NBK with a couple of big rounds there. So
yeah, there was like undeniably some just rounds from LDLC where a player came up huge. That happens. That's why Counter-Strike is awesome.
It is.
That's one of the reasons. Sometimes it's just one player who can make the difference. And
so it's 10K, 3 rounds, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Overtime. I can't really believe it. I think it's the first overtime actually of the LAN.
Yeah.
So we're going to be jumping in the game. This could be a long one. We could be in for the long haul right now.
I'm curious to see what iBUYPOWER does. This first round is big. They got an op on Skadoodle's hand. Are they going to use him to pick up mid, or are they going to walk into B late? We will see.
All right, well.
I sure hope someone finds that child soon. Big frag by Steel. Did he get him? No,
I think he got that from the haystack.
the haystack through the window.
Through the window. Is MR5 16K indeed.
Oh, MR5 16K, my mistake.
Still finding ridiculous angles.
SmithZz here with the chance to even it up versus Swag. If Brax decides to peek this, it could be bad for him.
And he's ready and waiting, but nothing to arrive just yet, as LDLC are being very patient, and iBUYPOWER equally is tentative at the moment, but it does seem like they're going to go for the challenge up middle, and this is a good choice at the moment, as there's not really much to defend this. They don't have much in the way of crossfire setups or anything. Pop flash there from kioShiMa, quick peek to find an easy kill. Not going to come too quickly though, and that's going to cost him his life. Happy in, oh, 2 frags from Happy, and that's the bomb as well. Skadoodle and Swag left over, that's a good kill there. Swag going to find himself maybe an opening for the bomb pickup. In comes NBK though, they weren't counting on NBK. And Swag in a one-on-one. Did pick up the bomb though, and will get himself the guaranteed plant, and that's going to put a clock on the round, but NBK, oh, just stopping in time.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the timing is unreal. This is the peak game. He's just going for the hole. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness, MPK. Beautiful setup there. I didn't even know that you could quite maintain the height there.
You can come off the bomb a little bit like that. It's great intuition by NBK. He knows. I mean, you can't overanalyze it too much, but I'd like to think he knows Swag's a skilled player who wants to get the frag easily. So, great play by NBK.
That's a really tough situation for Swag. Really tough.
Yeah, and I mean, for him to get away right there was incredible. I thought maybe he would try to go all the way up to Halls, but not the case.
So 16 to 15 at the moment. And Steel just applying a lot of pressure towards the bedroom with that angle. And generally speaking, they could very well push shox back a little bit, but there's no smoke on the stairs from shox either, which means I guess they don't want to put too much pressure on apartments.
I like this setup here by LDLC. If iBUYPOWER decides to do something mid like they did before, it's going to be very tough unless they just go up trucks quick.
It's a good incendiary. That's going to...
See, I like that they have Skadoodle B, but if they don't, they left the bomb in T-spawn, and if they don't make any presence B, it's going to be futile because Happy is just going to go to A anyways.
Oh, Dave's found a pick on the SmithZz actually. Oh, and another one going down in the corner. So one-man advantage, but they don't really have the time to play with that one-man advantage. Just go for a sight. And they are ready now. In come the grenades. Actually backing off up mid, catching shox on the rotation. And this is going to be, or should be, a fairly easy plant on the A site. Of course, Happy is here. He's been huge all this game. It goes down instantly. Great headshot there from AZK. As NBK is now against 4 players for the clutch.
Great decisiveness there by iBUYPOWER to get back and move back and forth. They do that a lot, and I think that's one of the keys. And you know, if they could keep doing that, keeping a little bit of pressure on B, go for that trade up mid, and then not let the B player just push or rotate easily. That might be the best bet they have this half.
I still am kind of in disbelief that we're into overtime. I mean, it was 12-3. They would. LDLC did a massive comeback.
Yeah, it's been an incredible game so far. So
I mean, they took it round for round. I kind of took it round for round, and then before you know it, it's 15-15.
Well, that's why I wasn't really getting overhyped, because I saw what LDLC was doing, and I could see from the second they got that first gun round where they rushed down middle, I could see that they were ready to play it round by round. And you know, you might have won the battle, but it doesn't mean you've won the war. So they have that mindset. They're all very skilled players. So we'll see how iBUYPOWER decides to approach this round.
Well, they're going to have to approach a double AWP setup from LDLC. I have to say that's not so common on Inferno. Might be a little bit surprising, but...
You'll see LDLC pop flash shortly here. Slide back.
This is a good way to deal with multiple AWPs, actually. Just hit B hard and fast. That's certainly going to... The smokes are going to be very annoying. And big risk for LDLC to even play with 2 AWPs.
Drops at A, rather, as well.
Yeah. Is that something you see as, well, that can't be common, right? I mean,
no,
that can't be common at all.
But SmithZz is making it want to be common right now.
Oh yeah, he's setting trend.
He's setting a trend right now.
The French Rambo is working on that AWP, almost finding
Big
himself
trades.
a third shot, but not quite. AZK and Swag coming in with some great work. shox puts in the stop with the first frag. There's a second with a hip shot there from shox. Oh, he gets the third one as well.
shox showing that his hair is not the only beautiful aspect of his play.
I know, right?
Yeah. He's a beautiful person.
He's a
and
handsome
beautiful,
man.
beautiful rifle. He could pretty much use any gun there, and he's showing why that he's probably one of the best players in the world. So iBUYPOWER needs this round here, otherwise it's going to be tough.
Handsome man, handsome plays coming in from shox. 17-16, it's hard to separate these two teams at this point. iBUYPOWER certainly, well, a team of this caliber, you want to think they can do exactly the same as LDLC. Put the past transgressions behind you and focus on the moment.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this so intense right now, because LDLC are on the edges of their seats as well as iBUYPOWER.
So I like what iBUYPOWER is doing so far. I would almost like to see them throw a little B fake here, because AZK essentially is kind of, he's maintaining that B control, but he's kind of been useless a lot. Their B player has been, because they just go up 4A blindly without too much B presence. And you'll see, I would imagine LDLC is about to rotate a player pretty shortly here.
Well, in come the smokes for onto LDLC's position there on A, just as the fake.
Not to rotate, actually.
They're not buying it right now.
Yeah.
This is really well read by LDLC. Not buying the fake at all. Happy in with the smoke there. NBK going to spray down. Happy in a great position to come on to just shoot them in the back. That was a great setup. Great reads from LDLC.
Yeah.
And that round was a nice idea, but just didn't pan out.
From the radar, I thought iBUYPOWER is doing more at mid, but apparently they just sent that one guy off ramp, and that's one of those things where if you don't have numbers, LDLC is going to read it very easily. So great decision by them to keep 2B.
All right, so just the one AWP at the moment for LDLC. They're 2 rounds ahead now, 18-16, and looking for that 21 round scoreline.
Last round of the half here. See what iBUYPOWER chooses to do.
3 men on the B bomb side actually now for LDLC, as iBUYPOWER are setting up with some apartments control. They do have a man slowly working his way up Banana for the control. I think it is Skadoodle actually, alone with the AWP.
Again, and see, this is where I think it's cool if he can get a pick right here. Luckily, he's playing a little aggressive.
Oh!
Awesome.
Oh, that's an amazing shot
That's
there from
huge.
Skadoodle. He was ready for that.
So now, but see, look at LDLC still keeping that guy CTR because he knows what iBUYPOWER is trying to do with 1B. They know that they're just trying to get that pick. And LDLC is going to throw that Molotov and shift over to the truck side. SmithZz doesn't even need to worry about it.
It's a great Molotov there. It's going to force this push to come in, but again, they're funneling in. They're going to be running against the grinder. The LDLC setup is strong on this side. 2 in the pit. How are they going to remove these players? They're all getting low. Great pick there from AZK into the back of pit as shox is looking for the angles. The spray is coming in, and shox is still in that position. Happy wrapping around. It's a 2-on-3 now.
Bad for iBUYPOWER. Even though they have the numbers, they're all on the site.
Positional game is looking strong for LDLC, but they have to come out now. The bomb is going to force them out. Great shot by Steel into a 1-on-1 now. Happy against Steel. The bomb is not in a good position. Steel ready for the peak. And there is the fake again. And Steel switches out the weapon. Ready for the peak, and there it is, just wasting time. Steel, great composure from Steel right now. There it is, in for the finish, and he never looked like he was doubting himself in any moments there.
Yeah, it was a great play for iBUYPOWER to finish that off, but for a moment there, I thought they again got too antsy. They got to pick B, and they just go up mid. But when there's an opera leading like that, and NBK sees death cam, they know that no one else is coming in. I think that was still a hasty decision by iBUYPOWER, but they got the round, so there's not much else you could say. They're going back to their comfort side here on CT side, so we'll see. This first round's big because even if iBUYPOWER is able to win it, they need to be able to win the first 2. So the money situation here it can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it seems like a...
Or do they have 15K? The
16K.
16K, I mean, rather.
Yeah.
So never mind. The first 2 rounds aren't as big as I thought. If it's 10K, then that op exchanges. So will be an interesting half.
So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. I mean, I got to say that that play from Skadoodle, it was really well done. But also, I mean, surely like a pop flash and a peek can ruin your day.
Yeah.
It seems like a big risk, but they haven't shown like they are afraid to take these risks, and that's something you have to be able to pull out the bag against these top teams.
Yeah, and that's why I can't completely hate on iBUYPOWER, because obviously, you know, when I'm sitting here and watching, I can see the overview, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
But from their point of view, it's tough. It is tough to know, but I just think the basic thing they're missing here is that they're making their hits too one-dimensional. Same thing we did as Cloud9. So I can't act like I know too much better, but seeing it from an outsider perspective, I know they've talked about it. So we'll see how they decide to approach this CT side, though.
Definitely, and the deep banana smoke again, going to indicate aggression. Unless LDLC push through, they can't know exactly what's happening behind that smoke. And there we go, they're going to go in for the push. AZK ready, and Skadoodle, that's for the support up at balcony. That's another shot from Skadoodle. On point with his AWP. shox going to go down as well, and Skadoodle gets himself a cute little triple frag there. And interesting
Tyler
idea.
Skadoodle Latham, that's when he shines, is when there's a lot of energy around him, a lot of things happening. That's when he is the best. When you force him to just sit there and hold an angle for too long, I think is when he makes his mistakes. So.
Right. Gets complacent. He thrives in the chaos.
Oh yeah,
needs the chaos.
He's like a Kenny S there, where you put a lot of action around him and he gets those kills.
And orb from either player. Looks like Smith's got himself tagged. He's still alive and kicking though. But this is an interesting setup now from iBUYPOWER. 3 men on quad side. And very interesting positions indeed. Kind of giving up here. They were to push balcony. Things could get very interesting, but I don't know if that's what we're going to see, really.
I like it because LDLC is known to just pick up middle, and they're putting their spotter right now is their opera up middle. So if LDLC tries to pick up, he's going to die right there. Boom. That's the first frag. Great play by iBUYPOWER. We'll see if LDLC has an answer.
Someone from LDLC, from the French side, has to go nuclear right now to try to win an advantage for them to find their way onto a site, because iBUYPOWER are really locking down the positions. They've got banana. They have a really nice, interesting setup on for the middle push, or the A push, and LDLC are really killing the clock. Soon they're going to be left without an option. They're going to go for the push as that smoke goes away. iBUYPOWER, DaZeD gets 2 frags. Steal there with a pop flash. Should be enough to maybe even pick up another one. Goes for the push and gets the frags.
Big play right there, and that's what iBUYPOWER is good at, is taking that B control and forcing teams to go up mid. And teams think it's a good idea to go up middle early, but that's exactly what iBUYPOWER is ready for. They're ready for the early mid, they're ready for the early B. Maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw LDLC do another Dignitas halls where they try to jump out pit. But if iBUYPOWER does what they will, they're going to have 2A only, and they're probably going to have one balcony.
Going for that once again, the pressure on banana to get that deep smoke in, get the fire in, and LDLC at the moment in the same predicament really as despite a different setup from iBUYPOWER. It almost looks the same at the moment just because they don't have banana. It's hard to get themselves up middle. 4-man setup this time from iBUYPOWER. They've been very good in the first half. We saw that 12-3, great reads, great setups.
Big banana right here if they can put some pressure at B.
Oh, there's nobody home. DaZeD's running back. He left the oven on. He's got to turn it off.
They knew that. See, that's a great read there by LDLC. Because the difference with iBUYPOWER's hold is they leave one there and they smoke the end of B. DaZeD can get a frag here from backhaul. Big frag.
And there is one. Does back away. Got to be careful not to go down before reinforcements arise. That's a nice frag there from AZK. Locking down Happy in middle. And he is going to slowly make his way over. They can't really wait for him though. Got to make their way in now. Swag and DaZeD. Time is ticking. There's the heat and potty set up at the back of the B bomb site. And fired down on shox. Not going to make him reposition. He's ready with the peaks. Aware, he's just going to kill the time. It's all about the time right now. That bomb is so close to exploding. As they go closer and closer. In they go. kioShiMa goes down. shox picks up 2. There's another player, but it's all too late. It's all too late. That bomb will explode. And iBUYPOWER are going to lose that one. A nice after-plant play from LDLC. Both teams look really focused right now.
Yeah, and that's a great read there. It appears LDLC does know a little bit about iBUYPOWER, because once Skadoodle went down there, they took B, and that was very decisive by them, because that's like I said, that's their setup. They get the B control, and then they leave Skadoodle there, and it was a great read to get this.
And here you go, nice aggressive push.
I like it.
That's the first time we've seen it, and that's the beauty of it. LDLC not expecting it, and those aggressive AWP pushes. Oh,
big kill.
That's going to square things up. And iBUYPOWER forced to move one away from B now to reinforce A as they have the deep banana control.
See, and this is where LDLC might know that that iBUYPOWER is going to rotate A, and I think it'd be wise for them to take some B control back here and make iBUYPOWER spread a little bit.
There's a lot of time left.
Yeah. Oh, he just saw that guy left mid.
Oh, the happy goes for the flick. He won't connect though, and has to count his lucky stars. He's still alive after that. As iBUYPOWER keep control so far. DaZeD is in a pretty committed position. They're going to challenge DaZeD.
Yeah.
He goes down for nothing. Still the last line of defense. He's got to get the frag. He's got to slow them down. He's got to do something. But the bomb is also over towards A. This is chaos right now.
The Cloud9 complexity fake.
Oh my god, they're actually pulling it off. They even fooled me. And we're going to see 4 players just stroll on in to A. And after the bomb's gone down, they can have time to just make a cup of tea, relax a little bit, because iBUYPOWER sprinting over from B.
And that's the advantage of maintaining map control, which is something we didn't see iBUYPOWER doing well on their T side. And LDLC has that know-with-all to go back, maintain that control. Even though one's at the bottom of B, they take it with numbers, and they maintain that control. So back to 3v3 though. If Swag can get this big pit frag, they might be able to close off, but it's not going to happen, it looks like.
They're running out of time. There's just no time left in the round, and
shox showing why
he's shox.
Look at that hair.
I know, man. His play is as handsome as he is. It's like it's a correlation.
This is an exciting game.
Strong correlation.
Very exciting game. Match point here.
Yeah. iBUYPOWER would be absolutely gutted if they lost this one. It would haunt them for a long time to come. But they still have every chance to at least force another overtime. Another MR5 with 16k. But at that point, it's going to start becoming a game of endurance. Inferno, one of the most stable, one of the most staple maps. In fact, perhaps with Dust 2, the staple map of competitive Counter-Strike.
Did he see that? Oh, wow. Unfortunately, he hit the little roof cuff.
And not quite going to find anything yet then. Both teams are just playing behind the grenades at the moment. The smoke's all over the place. Steel going to find himself. Oh, he's really exposed, but the smoke just barely covers him. Out of there with 15 health. Oh, he gets away.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. He got away.
Huge.
He got away with murder there.
Literally.
Literally got away with murder. I can't believe he just, oh my goodness.
Another good decision though, LDLC to go back B. I think if they could force it here, get a quick smoke off spawn, they got 1 Molotov left with shox, get that Molotov down and go within the next 5 seconds. I think it would be a great play by them.
They're going to know now. I mean, they're leaving so little
little
time.
They're doing it. They're getting in there quick. Get that smoke off spawn and get in there and trade.
Skadoodle only gets 1 so far. DaZeD can spam through the smoke. Smoked
wow,
off
great
now.
kill by DaZeD there.
kioShiMa and shox left to save this.
Still a
LDLC.
winnable round here. With shox alive,
Oh yeah.
they can thrive.
I like what you did there, man, and it's very true. They have again the heat and potty set up at the back of the site.
There's one looking for 2. I think he's going to get it. Very low. Swag's main. He's scared to go in. Going to wait for his backhaul players to start trading.
shox against 3 now. 2 players very close.
Terrified.
The spray is going to come, but it won't find the frags. Do they have enough time right now? Oh my god, is he going to make it? Oh,
wow.
so close.
Are you
so
kidding me?
close.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
He actually made it. They took so long to get in the site.
That was
They
literally
took so
that
long.
was literally a half second.
Oh my god, they
See, the thing
no
is,
words.
who was that alive with shox there?
I think it was kioShiMa, yeah.
I think that was a very bad decision for him to give that much of a wide angle from the dark spot, which we call emo. I think if he played a little tighter, there, shox would have been able to dance around that triple, and shox would have been able to take swag out main. A little bit too excited there on kioShiMa's part, and we're gonna see the whole thing start over again. Has iBUYPOWER learned? Has LDLC learned about the B control? This is pretty exciting here.
This is getting intense. This is, again, it's starting to become about endurance as well. And overtimes after overtimes, especially MR5 16K, you start seeing all the strategies so many times. And execution becomes more and more important as picking the right players, you start to figure things out. They will know what works, start figuring it out, and they're going to go in here for a bit of a push up onto the A site. Oh, DaZeD never knew what hit him. Steel there is able to offer some amount of support in 2 frags as they fail to bust his position. All over Library though.
I think this is still in iBUYPOWER's favor, very low the last 2 guys. Unless, oh my god, huge
goodness.
pick.
Great stuff there from SmithZz. Skadoodle with the AWP, a long rotation. And nice positioning here from LDLC. The health not really going to matter all that much.
Big
the grenade!
Wow!
Oh, he actually got the shot just barely in time.
These grenades.
Where did that grenade go?
See, I still don't know how I feel about that. You know, in this game, did a ledge stop the damage from happening?
I don't know, man.
I feel like there's something that could be fixed there without bashing too much.
He was dead.
I mean,
he was dead.
The shrapnel should have killed him, right?
I think the shock should have killed him. He saw a grenade coming his way. That's enough.
I don't know what to say there, Volvo. I don't know what to say.
I don't know, but all we can do is get back into the round.
Skadoodle looking for an early frag, and he's going to get it, I think. Yeah, he will.
He's been mixing it up really well with this AWP.
That's what he does best, and they just need to get up in his face.
I really like how on Skadoodle is in this match. There is another shot. That's 2 frags. They can't quite make their way up into any position now, thanks to Skadoodle. iBUYPOWER are going to be having an easy time with this, and that's another one. That's 3 frags from Skadoodle. As once again, LDLC, it's a slippery slope now. They need more and more risky plays to get back into this round. And finally deciding, okay, let's just smoke him off now.
Wow.
We lost 3 guys to this crazy
play.
man. Let's
Great
just
play
smoke
so
him
far.
off. It's going to be hard for them to work out. Skadoodle with another one, also through the smoke as well.
He's just firing shots now.
Skadoodle, when he pulls the trigger, somebody dies.
Somebody does die.
Somebody dies somewhere. And that's a brilliant round. Single-handedly ripping them to pieces, Skadoodle.
And I like that. Early round Skadoodle is a scary thing to deal with. I think they need to keep letting him be free. I hope they're not telling him where to pick. I hope they're just letting him do his thing.
I love the juxtaposition about how kind of, how, I don't know, almost cartoonish his name sounds and like friendly, yet how lethal he is. Like this guy.
Skadoodle.
Exactly. He needs his own little jingle and everything. Sounds like a name of a cartoon show on
Made
Nickelodeon.
that big double nade on the SmithZz.
iBUYPOWER coming back into this in a big way. Skadoodle giving them quite a round previously, but now picking up another early round advantage. As we do have LDLC looking for a response somewhere. They're looking for that pick, but iBUYPOWER doing a great job at not really giving any visibility. And there comes the push-up Banana, trying to lurk, was happy, gets caught out. Again, great defense there. iBUYPOWER lock it down.
Great triple by DaZeD there, wow.
Still so close.
I'm not sure what LDLC is going to try. That again, SmithZz grabs the op, so that makes me think he's going to do the normal thing. They're going to hold B, look for the smoke, do the boost, and then maybe go up mid, or right up mid. I'm curious.
All right, well, we might have actually Skadoodle going for a peek there, and he's going to meet SmithZz. Oh, they both with their shots. What? And again,
what?
This is crazy, but NBK, he puts an end to the madness. Does take down Skadoodle. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But that's going to be, for the first time in a few rounds, an early advantage for LDLC, and they have plenty of time to play with that advantage.
See, and I think it would be smart of them to hit back B, but there's 2B, so we'll see if they think they go with the smart play or they go with the difference.
A really nice presence on Banana, actually, from iBUYPOWER at the moment. Still sticking 2 on there. And it's going to put a lot of pressure on the players over at A, though, to actually make the frags and survive.
So Swag here, I've watched him do this many times. He's probably going to spot them and call for a flash if he doesn't die. So now he's going to probably ask for the flash there if he can from AZK. But he won't be getting it.
He's got other things on his mind, frankly, as they come in.
That's the problem.
This is quite the onslaught now from LDLC, taking no prisoners into the A bomb site. DaZeD's going to make his way around Boiler, up into the apartments. That's a great frag onto Happy, but they know where he is now. It's a nasty choke point to attack from.
Yeah.
He really needs Steel to help him out. And Steel is not really in a great position himself at the moment.
There's no real reason to save, I don't think, in this case. They have so much money.
Exactly. It's all about making the magic happen. We're going to see Steel and DaZeD trying to synchronize. Oh, they're catching them off guard. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, LDLC not looking healthy. Oh, how did they do it? How did they do it? iBUYPOWER pick up the round. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Oh, he's doing the birdie.
Oh, the celebration from Steel.
I think LDLC forgot how much money iBUYPOWER has, and they got a little ahead of themselves there. Because,
oh my God.
Wow. At first I was about getting ready to kind of criticize AZK there because I know Swag must have told him they were rapping, and he could have chose to throw in that flash for the jungle side. Instead, he let himself get fragged. Great recovery there by iBUYPOWER. Incredible round, and that's very demoralizing.
And empowering for iBUYPOWER. Ever since Skadoodle started hitting those shots, they got that the nades started landing in Banana. Everything has started to fall into place, even when everything looks down and out. They're back in the match. 23-21, and LDLC, they're not behind because of anything but stellar play from iBUYPOWER. LDLC once again working themselves up middle, and NBK looking for the entry. There's the Molotov, and Skadoodle on the angle this time instead of Swag. Does get smoked off. Very smart stuff here from LDLC, forcing a reposition. shox going to be around, finds Skadoodle. He's going to get sandwiched now, a big French sandwich. And that's not going to be a very nice way to go down. The baguette comes into play from LDLC. 3-on-3 now, and Swag in the pit. Going to go down to NBK as well. Great rounds here from LDLC as the bomb does go down.
Great decisiveness for them to make that play once their B player went down there and they lost control, and that's what you like to see there.
Beautiful defense there on Library.
shox cutting off a choke point.
He protects the knowledge in Library. shox wants all the knowledge.
Wow.
He's got all the plays.
3-2 half there by iBUYPOWER.
I mean, the thing is that half looked all iBUYPOWER, but they just had these superstar moments, whereas LDLC seemed to be quite solid and quite consistent. But in the face of just, once again, these just mind-blowing plays, what can you do?
Is it going to be enough to close out the consistency of LDLC? Or is Skadoodle going to be able to pop off again?
That looks like the storyline, doesn't it? It looks like iBUYPOWER, right now these guys are just coming into their own, hitting the star factor, and it's for LDLC, it's about just weathering it. Just weather that storm, and hopefully find the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I mean, iBUYPOWER, they're going to keep fighting. It reminds me of my team back at Cologne versus Dignitas. Dignitas had such a solid defense and an offense, but somehow we squeaked out these 2v4s. Are they going to be able to keep doing it round and round after again?
Right.
We'll see.
The Mirage game?
Yeah, our Mirage game.
I remember that very well, that game.
Yeah, so.
I actually have questions for you after this, but bringing that game up. But back into the match, it's begun here on the second half between iBUYPOWER and LDLC for this second overtime. iBUYPOWER starting this game off with a 12-3 first half. LDLC massive comeback. Nobody knows what's going to happen now. No one can predict this.
And see, this is what I'm worried about here is that iBUYPOWER is still not going to make a strong enough B presence, and they're going to let LDLC get back to their heavy A setup, and they're going to do another truck and hall execute, and they're going to get mowed down by a crossfire. I think it would be sweet here if iBUYPOWER can throw even the smallest fake at B, pull that, keep those guys at B. I mean, I guess they're evenly split right now. I think all they need to do is make a decision here. iBUYPOWER still spread thin throughout the map.
Lots of options and no frags to come. Actually, kioShiMa picks up one onto Swag, and that's certainly going to thin them out before a push has actually started. So that's a big win there for LDLC. Well, not necessarily early into the round, but great first blood found. iBUYPOWER flush it with the B bomb site at the moment, almost ready to go in for some more pressure as the bomb does rotate back around. Oh wow, AZK finds a frag through the smoke onto NBK. Happy, he's got to come out huge. Only one frag as it goes for a 3-on-3. Great shot from Smith. Actually, no, he missed that shot. I thought that was dead on.
It would have been a great shot.
Smoke down, bomb planted, LDLC on the rotate.
But DaZeD with the big flank here, even though LDLC has the health advantage, if DaZeD can catch one, he might be going too slow though.
That timing is so critical. kioShiMa, very timely 180 there, as again the heating poly set up at the back of the site, looking very strong indeed. AZK.
It's looking good for iBUYPOWER.
There's surely no way that this can be taken away from them now. kioShiMa going to get taken out. Beautiful shot found by AZK just to clean up the end of the round. As iBUYPOWER, they're looking strong now. 2 rounds ahead.
LDLC is definitely looking very irritated there with their B hold because they had to ready, and Nathan was probably very pissed to go down like that.
Well, they're going to have to find something now. It's getting too close. It's getting too close for comfort. They've been fighting so hard, tooth and nail. SmithZz in. Oh, gets the shot onto AZK. The challenge for iBUYPOWER not really panning out.
Right now, if iBUYPOWER can take up A, this would be the time. Otherwise, this is going to be a very difficult round. There's the smoke jungle. Are they going to try to get out? Yep, they are. I like this. If they can get a trade on mid here.
kioShiMa's position.
They get one more. I think they're going to be able to get up porch. That's a great frag right there. Trade on the offer.
2 versus 3 now. iBUYPOWER got to come out huge. They're stopped right now. They can't get up middle onto that site. There's a minute left though, and it is a 2-on-3, and it is calming down. After the dust has settled, there is time to find an edge somewhere. Skadoodle's looking for it. Oh, he's going to get it as well. Happy to go down.
Great frag by Skadoodle.
It's looking very, very tense now. 40 seconds left in the round.
Jesus.
SmithZz is just doing the crab walk with the CZ.
Yeah, I guess it's justifiable. Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Skadoodle's still alive.
I can't tell you how many times it happened to me when we played them, and it's like having a nightmare watching this.
Skadoodle with the orb close range. Oh, gets the first shot. Oh, anything else though. NBK does take it down. Nothing, please explain what was going through SmithZz's mind. Crouching in the middle, the crab walk with the CZ.
I think he assumed that they were going to stick together and that they got that pick wrapped. They're either wrapping on him right then, because then he can't stay at that truck spot he was on, or they're going into CT spawn. So I think since his teammate was pushing B, he just wanted a clear middle to know that, okay, he's going to tell his teammate pushing B to fall back now so they could squeeze the B. So I think that's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, I think you broke it down pretty well. And this match is just amazing.
This is what you love to see.
And
Skadoodle needed to land. He shot a little too quick there.
With the shot, AZK fancies his hand at the AWP. It's still hot after the shot from Skadoodle. SmithZz in with a peek.
SmithZz looks like he's probably going to be able to get one unless they smoke him off, which they do. iBUYPOWER needs to be decisive here, otherwise they're going to get stacked on again.
It's a good nade actually. It's a 40 health away from steal.
So maybe they can go back and put a little B presence on, because here comes the rotator from B.
Oh,
SmithZz taking that lucky shot through the smoke.
Brilliant stuff. LDLC finding more edges here. something Skadoodle was putting onto them. SmithZz now taking down AZK, ready for more, hungry for more. Happy though, also hungry, going to pick himself off DaZeD, and LDLC stop. This is going to go to another one, isn't it? I don't know if I can take any more. This is too much, but I love it.
I love it.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, this is why you want to watch Counter-Strike. Both teams duking it out, trying to read each other. Inferno is so fun to watch in this case because you don't always have a lot of information, and that's what we're going to see again. What is iBUYPOWER going to do right now? Are they going to choose something quick, or are they going to spread the map?
Interesting stuff here. SmithZz over with a bit of a peek, and quickly falling back. Nothing really found just yet. And oh, look at this, they are kind of stacking up here. Oh, great grenades! Happy with 5 health. He has to fall back and gets caught. Beautiful stuff. iBUYPOWER, this is like clockwork for them, but NBK,
Great frag there by AZK. Nathan's pissed he got caught with that smoke out. It's a 3 versus 3. iBUYPOWER's got a great chance to win this round. A lot of crossfires in B.
A bit late though to the support for the afterplant. This might actually throw them off, but SmithZz coming in with the CZ. Oh, lovely stuff there from SmithZz. He will go down, and Swag in a 1-on-2.
Can do it, Swag can.
Here he is with the AK. No chance at all. Couldn't miss a shot.
You can see Nathan there showing a lot of emotion. He was probably very frustrated to go down with that smoke in hand. Great play there for them to decide, go through that smoke. iBUYPOWER still falling back from A. They decided to get in there and get those frags. I love to see that.
Match point again here. LDLC, they could take it home. iBUYPOWER need another one to tie it up and keep the dream alive. But right now these players are so focused. As soon as it breaks from focus, you're going to see so much emotion, so much relief of tension.
A quick B strat. Let's see if they can catch NBK off guard. They're already running into 2 Molotovs. I wonder if they threw those themselves.
Skadoodle in with a pick. Oh, only gets the leg. Happy does manage to actually back away with his life. Skadoodle looking for another one. Smoke onto the Molotov. They want to go in now, trying to find the entries. Happy at the back though. And does pick off one. And there go the grenades. Smoked off. And oh, SmithZz is going to catch Steel on the flank. 3-on-3 now as kioShiMa makes his way up Banana, and iBUYPOWER forced to defend from the site itself.
They got the health advantage.
But they are constricting around every side, catching AZK from the back. Oh, quick 2 frags though. iBUYPOWER looking great now for the tie. They are looking good for the next overtime. Oh, Skadoodle gets the last one.
Wow.
This is intense. This is something else.
God.
This is just crazy.
You think someone makes a dumb decision, then someone recovers from one side.
This is amazing.
I thought Steel would try to be a little bit more of a lurk there, and he decided to go to the arch and die quick. But then Skadoodle and Swag trade at the end there, man. This is pretty good Counter-Strike.
Oh my God. Everyone's having a bit of a breather in between the overtimes now. As we can see, LDLC really focused there. Really focused, and iBUYPOWER equally so. You can feel the tension right now. You can feel it. You can see it in the arena. 25-25, overtime number 3. This is map 1. This is map 1, people. This is map 1 between these guys for the semi-finals of the FACEIT Season 2 here.
If I had some
Milan.
popcorn, I would be eating it.
I need something.
On a show right now.
This is something special. And SmithZz just barely whiffing the shot. Only a slither.
I like the aggression from iBUYPOWER here.
Oh my God, they're not letting SmithZz go off easy, but he picks up the kill. The shot from SmithZz. That's 2 frags, and now 3-on-4. As shox has a great position here in the back. He's got a teammate to work with as well, as they wait.
And LDLC is still 2 alive in pit here, but AZK was a great frag.
They're all bleeding out now though. They need a medic, and there's no one left.
Where's the support? LDLC still has a health advantage, and shox is alive big pit. This is looking good for LDLC if NBK can stay aware.
Oh, NBK. Oh, he doesn't know. There's no way for him to know, and he gets caught off guard.
Still
12 health, 20 health, 27. shox goes in. Secret. Oh, they both go down. iBUYPOWER pick up another one.
Great play there. Who was that in the boiler up there? Was
I
that
have
Dave?
no idea.
Great play. Who was ever in the window room right there on iBUYPOWER to stay hidden.
I think it might have been Steel. I have a feeling it's Steel, but this is getting just more and more insane with clutch after clutch, just twist after twist. LDLC SmithZz going in again, not fearful of that pick on middle still. And they're not going to challenge him, as they are going to just take control of Banana early on. Not much in the way of presence up on apartments, but they're going up hard now.
I like what they're doing here.
Still walking on the hot coals. As iBUYPOWER lose Steel. Very far up. They're getting just one by one at the moment. It's in dribs and drabs. They charge onto the site, and it's not working out for them. As shox is now still in pit, great position. SmithZz elevated on the crate, not even needed. And
see, I like the speed and the pace that iBUYPOWER is trying to bring there. But when all those mollies got dropped, they got a little spread thin. SmithZz has been playing great with that op-CZ combo there. It's really unfortunate they weren't able to trade on him Moto Pit, because once Steel went down, then it was just way too easy for them to focus their defense on the truck side. So SmithZz, it looks like, is going to go for a pick mid here.
And a happy AWPing as well. SmithZz, oh, gets the legs. Skadoodle on 17. And little do they know, there is Happy lurking somewhere with an AWP as well. There he is on the B-bomb site. And 26 to 26. SmithZz now, oh my goodness. The reactions on SmithZz.
Come at SmithZz again. I like this decision, but again, they let him get away. That's all that it takes for him to get more frags. They're going to split into CT spawn, but again, Happy's going to be there and ready.
SmithZz was ready to go for the smokes. Happy coming in. It's not going to get the quick scope. SmithZz is behind them. Oh, SmithZz gets an amazing double. What on earth was that? SmithZz now falling back. Truly the French Rambo coming into play. 2 on 3 now.
Swag with a big trade on shox, though. If he can get this kill on SmithZz.
SmithZz will go down, but he has done more than his fair share. DaZeD left alone. Oh, great shot. The reaction from DaZeD is really strong. Forcing it to a one-on-one. 35 seconds left in the round. And DaZeD is making his way through White Halls now. The apartments, the approach. kioShiMa ready for this. In comes the grenade. Great connection. Oh, and he's going to finish him off. DaZeD gets it.
Round there by DaZeD.
Twist after twist and turn.
Great intuition there by Sam to realize that the CT knew he had bombed down and he was going to try to get in a safe position there. Pope is the ultimate kind of place you could dance when you spot that guy truck side. DaZeD knew where he wanted to go. He knew where the guy would find comfort, and he pulled him out of the hole.
This is so incredible. Here they go, though. Up Banana. Happy aggressive. Gonna just get himself down and dirty there. Quick frag onto AZK. Very aggressive stuff.
And LDLC still showing that they have confidence here. Staying aggressive on all parts of the map.
DaZeD's going to hop up onto the wagon there and get taken down by NBK. So really locking it down at the moment. LDLC getting their picks here and there. And iBUYPOWER showing an incredible game. And absolutely such a treat to watch this. Oh, just scanning left and right.
Wow.
Gonna just flash himself over there. That's actually really smart. Kind of blocking the aggressive push. Skadoodle, very smart play.
The thing is Happy didn't even get blind. I think the smoke itself kind of gave a little haze to his vision. Now a big play here by Swag that potentially can get this entry into the bomb site. If he's gonna look Gardner, is he gonna die? He's staying alive there.
28 seconds left on the clock. Flash goes in, and the challenges are aplenty. And LDLC pick up another round. We have almost 60 rounds. Almost 60 rounds between these two teams on map 1 of potentially 3.
Yeah, look at these frag counts. 45 for DaZeD, 42 for AZK, 42 for Happy. Normally you see 40 over a couple maps, let alone 1.
Well, this is a couple maps at this point.
SmithZz is pulling the Skadoodle play. He misses the shot, gets dinked. Let's see if he can fall back to a good position.
Oof. 4 health. A measly 4 health is what SmithZz will survive with. And shox does find himself on the defense there. Great held onto that angle.
Great play by DaZeD there to make a risk. He's going to wrap. Happy's going to trade him. 3 versus 3 now. Actually, to 4 versus 3, excuse me. SmithZz still alive with very few HP.
Great shot there at Skadoodle. iBUYPOWER racking in the kills now. And that's a quick 3, including the burn onto SmithZz. As NBK goes in for the 1-on-3. We've seen some crazy plays
No reason
right
for
now.
him to save here. They got money. He's going to try to take some guns for them and see if he can't pull off something extra.
After this game, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if NBK finds 3 frags just out of nowhere. But this is not looking very positive for him. iBUYPOWER take the lead once again. These teams inseparable. 3 overtimes. I'm sure there's people all over the world at the moment watching this match. Their bladders are bursting. They can't possibly tear themselves away from the computer.
I really don't know what to say here. I don't know what teams are going to do right now. Is it LDLC starting? Are they staying in CT right now? Or are they going to T?
Yeah. No, they're going to T. They're going to T.
Are they getting swapped?
Going to swap, I believe. Well, we are going to find out in a second.
Team switch. Yeah.
So,
yeah, there is a team switch here. So I'm curious, is iBUYPOWER going to still do their early 3B control? I see 2 ops now. What is going to happen? Steel going to try for a mid pick?
I'd love that. I mean, the 3rd overtime. There's any variation, and we're seeing it. Any one that they can find that they still think will work has been shown at this point. This is one of the best Inferno matches I've ever had the pleasure to enjoy. Skadoodle opening it up. He's got to survive though, and there's almost no chance for that. He's stuck, he's committed, and he only got 1 frag.
Swag holding the fringes of the smoke, able to lock down the jungle, forcing them to go back truck side. He's going to let his team know to get up there. AZK looking for a second.
Great drop there. Forcing Happy.
Great
Very
frag.
smart. That's a beautiful clean up there. That is just a smart play and great positioning. I think this is the kind of stuff iBUYPOWER showed us to get to that 12-3 in the first half that they played on this map.
Yeah, and I like LDLC trying to get up there early, but again, they're not getting the positive trades. They forced the issue at Rap, which is a decent idea, but Swag was ready. In some cases, Skadoodle might be alone. So I would almost like to see LDLC try that again.
And 2 rounds up now, iBUYPOWER. Very close now. LDLC, neither team has actually gone more than 2 rounds in all these overtimes. That's a quick pick there from DaZeD. Finding SmithZz.
SmithZz there trying to peek, because last time he got the double nade under, under himself. So that was not a bad try there. DaZeD is low. If LDLC does a proper B take here, which I think is what they're going to try to do, they might be able to win this round. DaZeD is going to be the only one B. He's going to try to get back all quick, or is he going to try to through the smoke? He's very low.
Just gets 1 with the spray.
Still a great job by him to get a frag. LDLC is low on HP with kioShiMa.
3-on-3, but here comes Swag through construction. This 1-on-1. Very tense stuff now. Jumping around the corner, finds the kill, keeps the pace on. Through construction, onto the coils. kioShiMa and Happy, last one standing. kioShiMa, no health to work with. Happy goes aggressive.
Big frag by Skadoodle there.
He knew he had to find something. kioShiMa can only get 1. And iBUYPOWER, 30 rounds now. 27 LDLC.
Wow.
It could be over. It could be over very soon for Team-LDLC, unless they find something special. But iBUYPOWER have been showing more confidence, stronger plays at the moment on CT side, generally speaking.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Big shot for Skadoodle to hit there, right there at the end in the 3 versus 2. Could have easily been turned around.
Many incendiaries.
Every player on the iBUYPOWER has incendiary grenade.
They want to light it up now.
Oh!
Big pick there from SmithZz, and something almost to be expected perhaps, but there's still an open play. On Steel, that's a great pop flash there. Easy frag onto Happy. In comes Swag, he gets 1 as well. 2 men dead for LDLC, only Skadoodle dead for iBUYPOWER. They have an advantage with a minute to go.
Is he going to walk out? He might have the read in his head. because he knows AZK played aggressive there earlier.
shox could be the playmaker here in this round to save LDLC. iBUYPOWER on the match point, and here we go, swagging with another frag. It's just shox left against 4 players. He darts out, finds a quick headshot onto AZK. Still 40 seconds to play with. Smoked off though, in goes the grenade. As shox will make his way back up through the balcony. He's got to get himself a cleaner approach. This is the only solution, a quick 1-on-1, and that's it. iBUYPOWER, they throw down their headsets. They are so pleased. The tension all relieving. Just in that one moment, brilliance.
Wow.
Please, nothing. Can you tell me what happened there? Because I have no words.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what happened. I'm staring at you. I'm watching the screen. It's kind of mind-boggling to see how the result ended. I'm really glad that iBUYPOWER stuck with some confidence there. If they started backing off on their defense, they would have fallen apart, but they stayed strong. They kept at it. They kept the skill battles there.
Yeah, they never showed fear. They never lost confidence. That was truly just a gift. That was a gift that those teams gave us, an absolute gift.
Yeah.
Beautiful match.
Dust 2, next map, right?
It is going to be the next map, but we do have the analysts coming up in a second.
Yeah.
Any last closing thoughts there before we jump to the analysts?
I think this is going to be a tough map for LDLC, surprisingly. They're very good, but I think iBUYPOWER is going to come out with confidence. And this is going to be an exciting first half to watch.
All right, man. We've already had like an extra map in there, so I'm going to throw you over to the analyst now. Scoots, take it away.
Whoa. Really, I mean, how many times were we like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God? And we were joking. I'm like, they've literally now played 2 matches. Maybe we can talk them into splitting it and we'll just go to cash.
DaZeD dropped 50. And that's not like old CS.
To be fair, that was in 60 rounds.
Yeah. Insane. I mean, obviously, I don't even know how to begin. I mean, obviously, it started really, really strong for iBUYPOWER. They ripped off 10 straight rounds.
Yeah.
And then LDLC said, okay, well, we'll rip 9 straight off. And then we got into this very much back and forth that led us to this triple overtime.
I mean, to be fair, once iBUYPOWER won the pistol round in the second half, being up 12-3 to begin with, they probably should have been able to close the game out. But, I mean, realistic comeback by LDLC. And then, I mean, overtime was just a mess. At that point, neither team really had anything new to work with. They just kept running things and trying to hit some shots.
Yeah, Team Skadoodle for quite a while there, though, that's for sure.
I mean, I have to say, it reminded me a bit of the LDLC versus Virtus.pro game yesterday, where on one hand you had to criticize the fact that actually both teams were quite bad on T side. Nobody had any go-to strategies. They were clearly all struggling. Like the game slowed, same here, the game just slowed down and eventually it was just people walking into sites and trying to get one-on-ones. So it wasn't pretty on T side, but both teams were very good on CT side. That's the other thing, that was what played into the big runs as well. So the coordination was really good. And then for the iBUYPOWER guys, like DaZeD was amazing in this game. He dropped 50. Obviously, a lot of rounds were played, but he was incredible in this game. Like one of the key rounds I thought was in that third overtime, the one where he won like a 1v2 and he had to get like a no scope, and then he won a 1-on-1. That was a really, really big round actually. That could have turned the game otherwise. And in the overtime, actually, Skadoodle kind of came alive a bit. He was hitting some really good shots. Over on the LDLC side, Happy and shox were really carrying them a lot. Like you saw NBK and SmithZz actually struggled a lot of the game. So overall, I think you had like some really big performances on both teams. But in the end, yeah, iBUYPOWER, it feels like they deserved the win because they did keep putting themselves ahead and they obviously would climb back in the game. So it felt like if you just keep giving yourself enough chances, eventually you will win the game.
I'll give SmithZz a little bit of credit too, because he had some really big rounds in overtime. He was really poor in 30 rounds regulation, but I mean he played well in overtime as well.
Yeah, and it definitely it kind of echoes to that Gladiator quote. You know, are you not entertained? Like you said, a little sloppy, but very entertaining Counter-Strike. You know, I mean triple overtime. I don't know, we don't see triple overtime very often, so very, very cool stuff. Obviously the team's going to take a little break. You guys take a little break, get some food. You can now go to the bathroom. We obviously are going to come back with map 2, Dust 2. And then obviously, if we tie that up, we're going to go to cash. So we'll be right